some strange reason, my thing is acting up, bro. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Got it. Not sure. Danger. Oh, the dangers of 5G. Nah, I don't know, bro. It says the dangers of 5G. You sure you got the title right? Alright, something ain't happening. Check 1, 2, bump. Nah, bro, we gotta change that now. Alright, people. Alright, people. Alright, people. Getting some technical difficulties out of the way real quick before we jump back into this. Alright. We on deck, but we just gotta make sure we get this right. We don't want the wrong thing to go out. Alright. But while you're waiting in the meantime, between time, we're gonna be talking about Beyond the Impossible Burger. Alright, so Beyond the Impossible Burger. That's where it should look. Alright, so Shady's telling me to hold up 1 second. He's trying to make some things happen. I'm like, alright, do what you do. Alright. But anyway, shout out to everybody that's on deck right now. Alright. It's the I understand it's the summertime. Everybody's on vacation. People are celebrating, going to different countries and all this kind of stuff. And but I'm here at the 9 o'clock hour. Professor Griff on deck, sitting in my normal seat. All right. Shout out to 16. What's good with you? All right. And you're right. Peace, Sirius Mindz family. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Peace and blessings to returning Sirius Mindz family. Welcome all new members joining us. What's that? Joining us today. A message by 16. Yeah, you're right, 16. That title wasn't correct, so I'm gonna have him start. Yeah, I'm gonna have Beyond the Impossible Burger 2. We ain't even do 1. You still messed it up. Shane trying to get it together. I'm gonna tell you who he was with yesterday. That's why his brain is frazzled. Nah, I ain't gonna put him on blast like that, man. I'm not gonna put him on blast like that. But Shane is trying to get this thing together. Nah, you gotta straighten that out, bro. I can't even do that. All right, so you want everybody to reboot or something? But look what it's saying. You want everybody to refresh? All right, do me a favor, everyone. Whether you're on your phone or your computer or whatever, I need everybody. Okay, that's ugly. I need everybody to refresh, man. Can everybody just refresh? All right, hit the refresh button. All right, I'm gonna hit the refresh button. All right, let everybody hit the refresh button. All right. All right, so if you hit the refresh button, it should say, hand me a silver stand right there. Silver stand, yeah. It should say, Beyond the Impossible Burger. All right, that's what it should say. I don't know what y'all say, but that's what it should say. All right, so we're going to make sure we get everything put back in place, everything right. Camera done fell, everything. All right. We're trying to make sure we get you can put that on the floor, but I got it. Everything back in place. All right. All right. Everything should be in place. 16, let me know if you are seeing it's good now. Yeah, 16 says it's good now, Shane. All right. Yeah. Hold on. Alright, I want to hear this intro again. So Shane's gonna play. He want me to see this new intro, so I gotta see the new intro. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I didn't catch it the first time. I was just too busy, I was too busy doing whatever. I don't know what the hell I was doing. Beyond the Impossible Burger. Let me see the intro. First part of the first intro. Stuff doesn't play any more sound. Yeah. I want it back. Not good. Got it. And it back. Blurry as hell. Okay, my eyes. Yeah, that's not good. No. We're gonna get rid of that glitch, man. All right. Alright, greetings family. How's everyone doing? Alright, hope everyone's doing alright. Hope everyone had a beautiful, wonderful end of the week. Some say weekend. Yeah. I had a beautiful, impactful, exciting, challenging weekend myself. Alright. Shout out to the Wizards of Raw, everyone that participated in Tassili's event on Saturday in the ATL. It was very, very beautiful. And ended up in Birmingham, Alabama on... You gotta straighten this out for me one more time, bro, because this thing is about to come off. Now you gotta unscrew it, yeah. I'm about to lose my phone, lose the camera. B-Dub is on deck, man. Dang, 3 years old. Dang. 3 years old, man. Driving tractor trailers, man. Got his license already and everything. The hell? Dang. B-Dub doing the daggone thing, man. Takara, how you doing? Peace. You good, sis? Make sure you're all right. All right. Yeah, we finally getting it together over here. But anyway, in the meantime, between time, so you ended up in Birmingham, Alabama on Sunday. Met with my brother Clarence, and some other brothers and sisters, and made it back to the ATL on Sunday night. Ended up diving right back into the business today. Alright? So hope everyone's alright. Yeah, there's a picture on Instagram. Somebody got me looking like, yeah, I don't even want y'all to look at that. Anyway, so tonight we're going to be talking about Beyond the Impossible Burger. Alright, so we're going to dive into some few things, but if you're just tuning in, it's your first time checking out Sirius Mindz, RNTV, radio and television. Hey, participate at your own pace. Alright, sometimes it's not for people. Sometimes people can roll with it, rock with it, lean with it, whatever. Sometimes people just can't. Alright, now, thanks, man. This shirt is really, 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 really dope, man. Love rules. I need y'all to see this shirt. Thanks, Sharia. Really appreciate this, man. Alright. Love rules. Alright. So hopefully we're going to be hearing more from this company, more from the beautiful people. Love rules. Alright. Okay. But anyway, thanks everyone for joining us at the 9:15 hour. Once again, thank everyone for tuning in. Of course, we're going to be talking about Beyond the Impossible Burger. And let me just say from the rip, thanks everybody for the donations. A lot of times, you know, this show, because it goes out on YouTube and it's on 3 different platforms, it's out there in perpetuity, meaning it's out there forever, unless the people in the different platforms shut it down, take it down, or whatever. But it's there, and people see it over and over and over, and people just catch up with it sometimes, and they send a donation as later, and I really appreciate that. Thank you very, 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 very much. Alright, I want to thank 16, of course, for moderating this right on www.youtube.com/C/Sirius Mindz. And I want to thank Shane, Mr. Shane Jules, Mr. Jewel of the Nile, for engineering this, making this thing happen, look the way it do, make it function the way it do, so it's really easy, smooth transition in and out of things. Alright, this platform is supported by the people. And if you are the people, you have to determine wherever you are, what's your level of support. Alright, some people support it by coming on time and lending to the conversation. Some people support it lending to the conversation and giving $2 or $3. Captain Crunch coupon, a few food stamp, whatever you contribute. Thank you very, very much. Whatever you contribute. Alright, but you have to contribute something. Give me some energy, not me, but give us some energy. Alright, words of wisdom, something. But you have to contribute something. But there's nothing wrong with you. If you got $1 million in the bank, there's nothing wrong with you peeling off $1.50, saying, yo, Griff, here you go, do your thing. Really appreciate that. Platform is definitely supported by the people. When I say the platform, the whole Sirius Mindz platform, whether it's on. Now, I don't know whether it's me or is that coming in blurry. Is that me? Or is that ticker tick on the bottom blurry? I know I ain't going blind, man. Do I need some more glasses or some other glasses? Is that blurry to you? Hold on. Maybe it's me, man. I'm going to get my eyes checked on Wednesday for real. No, that's clear as hell. Maybe it's this wax screen. Anyway, yeah, somebody said theirs is blurry too. The Beyond the Impossible Burger, Sirius Mindz with Professor Griff, and the ticker tape thing is blurry. I know I'm not bugging. If you would like to donate or contribute to Sirius Mindz platform, you can hit the Cash app. That's $ Professor Griff. Alright? $ Professor Griff. And you can donate to the cause. Alright? Now, if you donate to the cause, there's always some information that we send out. So we need your email address. Alright? We need your email address. Alright? But anyway, if you would like to donate online, you can go to www.paypal.me/Professor Griff Corp. PayPal.me/Professor Griff Corp. Alright? Alright, and if you live online, then you can go to www.ProfessorGriff.me. Go to the website and just donate that way. Alright, if you're right here on the super chat, just hit the $ and say, yo, Griff, I got you. Here you go, son. Alright? Shout out to, I think it's our Wi-Fi here, okay? Because it looks blurry to me, too. But clear to everyone else. Oh. Now that's clear, Shane. What did you just do? Because now it's clear. All right, whatever he just did, now I see it clearly. Okay, I got it. Now, thanks to everyone that hits the super chat every single week. I really appreciate that. All right. Soleil, what's Sharia's dude's name, man? I'm trying to give him a shout out here for the One Love joint or the Love Rules. All right. This is DutchRocks.com. Vonda K. Sampson coming through with the deuce. Dang. She's like, yo, I'm putting my 2 cents in. Yo, here. Got you. Every little bit helps, sis. Trying to tell you. But anyway. All right. As we always say, you know my phone number and you know my email address, SeriousMindsInfo@gmail.com. My phone number is 678-557-2919. Here on the Sirius Mindz platform, we're about the business of raising a vibrational pitch of our people's thinking into the mind of the creator and the co-creator. We're standing on the shoulders of the ancestors and we're kneeling at the feet of the elders that still walk among us. Alright? That still walk among us. Chris Styles, you're absolutely correct. There's something strange about them burgers. We're going to try to unravel it tonight. Alright? But anyway, your philosophy determines your thought pattern. Alright? Your thought pattern determines your attitude. Your attitude determines your behavior pattern. Your behavior pattern determines your action. Alright? All from a single thought. Alright? What's up? Yeah, take the call, man. You can step outside. You want to get all booed up? Boot up, boot up, boot up, boot up. Shane, don't let me stop you, bro. I'm just saying, man. If I was you, I'd be out in the hallway like, yeah, Mom, I'm just saying, you know, I'm working right now, but yeah, Griff, hold on. Just saying. Yeah, but you know, I could pull up like in about a half hour or something, 45 minutes. Let me just make this happen. Nah, she can't. Jabril, me and Soleil need that information, bro. We trying to rock with you this weekend. I know you're saying, Griff, get to the damn point, man. Small minds discuss people, average minds discuss events, great minds discuss ideas. We're going to bring all that together, and we're going to figure out what's up with this Beyond the Impossible burger. Alright? Thanks to Soleil for the idea for this show. So let me read a couple of things, and then we're going to kind of dive into this particular conversation. FDA rejected. Register your product properly, blah, 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 blah. So the FDA rejected this whole idea of this, them coming to the table to present the ingredients, the formula, whatever it is to make this impossible burger. So the FDA rejects claims that the GMO protein in meatless impossible burger. Alright? So it says, while Impossible Foods makes a claim on its website that the HEME, alright, in the Impossible Burger is identical to the HEME humans have been consuming for hundreds of years, that still don't make it right. That still don't make it good. That still don't make it safe. Well, salam, good brother. All right, hit me up in about an hour, Jabril. We got you. All right. Hundreds of thousands of years in meat and other foods. The company makes different claim to the FDA was uncovered, in the documents under the FO Freedom of Information Act request. Okay, so somebody must have requested it, pulled the cover off on them, and then they came to the table and tried to come clean. All right. 20 minutes after eating an Impossible Burger for the first time, a man tweeted, went into, I don't even know how to pronounce this word, because y'all very intelligent people that are on here pronounce this word for me. ANAPHYLACTIC. Anaphylactic shock. Is that correct? So did I say that right? Anaphylactic shock. And take it to ER. Extras. Modified soy. Now y'all help me with this word also. LEGHEMOGLOBIN. Hemoglobin. Leg hemoglobin has never been part of the human diet before. Yet Impossible Foods introduced this genetically engineered protein into the marketplace with no real data, and despite the FDA having serious concerns about its safety. It is outrageous, said Dr. Michael Hansen of Consumers Union. Oh, yes, that's it. Griff with the 8th grade pronunciations. Yeah, thank you. Russell Khan, peace, man. What's good with you? All right. All right. Impossible Foods is misleading customers about its GMO protein. FDA rejects claims that it is safe for consumption. Max Goldberg, Living Well, August 8th, 2017. So, this is not new information. This information has been out there before. So, 16, if you want to put up the link, it's FDA rejects that GMO protein is meatless Impossible Burger is safe to eat. Which some people are saying it's absolutely not safe to eat. Probably a little bit safer than that stuff at Chick-fil-A, excuse me. Because I don't know what's in that thing, man, but that line be down around the corner, down the block, and up the hill. All right? Okay. Now, here are links to sources and illustrations at the URL above. Go to www.livingmaxwell.com and /foods-burger-misleading-misleading-customers-FDA -rejects-claim -da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Go to livingwell.com. Look up the Impossible Burger. Alright? The Impossible Foods is misleading customers about the key ingredient in the Impossible Burger. Then number 2, it talks about the company has told the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, that's the FDA, that its soy hemoglobin was substantially similar to the proteins consumed daily by the global population in the form of meat and other vegetables. Wow. So basically their claim is because it either mimics or it's similar to or it acts like the other proteins and the other proteins that's consumed by the masses of the people, they're basically wanting the FDA to give it the stamp of approval. And the FDA is saying no. These genetically modified burgers that you're rolling out as the Impossible and Beyond Burger are not healthy for human consumption. The FDA told the Impossible Foods that its arguments. Now listen. I am taking the position. I'm not taking a personal position. I am a broadcaster right now. I am putting the information out here to facilitate a dialogue and a conversation. All right? If you want to argue with me, you got to argue with Aja Shah. All right? You got to argue with 16. You got to argue with Shane, Quan S., Queen Scott, Need to Know, and about 40 other people on here. I'm not the one to argue with. I'm putting the information out here. Let's dialogue. Can we do that? All right. The FDA told Impossible Foods that its arguments do not establish safety of the SLH, all right, soy hemoglobin for consumption. All right, we're going to come up, that word keeps coming up because we're just going to call that the SLH, okay, for consumption. The company decided to sell the Impossible Burger to the public any old way. Now, Impossible Foods relied on the expert testimony of scientists who have worked for or have links to Monsanto's, the Gates Foundation, Philip Morris, and all the other major technology companies. All right, question I want to ask before I go any further. Who is Monsanto's? Who is Monsanto's that these people are in bed with, helping to roll out? No, it's not lecithin. It's not lecithin. It's LEGHEMOGLOBIN. Like hemoglobin. Who is Monsanto's? Everyone thought it was just burgers made from, it's a plant-based burger. All right. I don't want people coming on talking about, well, you're right, well, Monsanto's is a horrible company. We understand that, but why is Monsanto's a horrible company? That's what I want to know. Why is Monsanto's a horrible company? Who are Monsanto's? Who is Philip Morris? Who are the Gates Foundation? And why do they have invested interest in the Beyond Burger or the Impossible Burger? You said the kings of fake food GMO. Okay. All right. So if these companies have gotten together and putting their efforts behind helping to roll out the Impossible Burger or the Beyond Burger, what interest do they have in it? All right. If these are technology companies, biotechnology companies, they're trying to trick the vegans. Okay, can everyone that is a vegan help me establish something real quick? Veganism is not only what you eat. All right? Veganism is not only what you eat. Veganism is a lifestyle. All right? You're just as bad as if you put products from animals on the skin and on the body as you put it in the body. So let's not get things twisted. Vegan is a lifestyle. Not only what you eat. All right. So if you're a vegan, you care about the environment. All right. You care about every living being, every living thing. All right. Okay. Let's move on. Impossible Foods rely on the expert testimony of the scientists who have worked for or have links to Monsanto's, the Gates Foundation, Philip Morris, and all of the major biotechnology companies. 20 minutes after eating the Impossible Burger, for the first time, a man tweeted, I read that already, hold on. One of the biggest stories in the food world over the past few years has been the Impossible Burger, the plant-based burger that bleeds when you bite into it. I don't want shit, I don't want nothing bleeding when I bite into it. I'm facilitating a conversation. Yo, Sharia, I'm on deck with it. You don't even understand. I'm just saying. I ain't got no collar to pop, but I'm just saying I'm popping the... Yeah. Anyway, so let's understand this dynamic and what's going on. So now, if these biotechnology companies are behind the Impossible Burger, the question is, what is their interest? All right? The goal of the Impossible Burger is to help make a dent in the climate change by offering a plant-based burger that does not come from an animal. Animals require a tremendous amount of water and feed, and also produce greenhouse gases. Because the burger is made from plants, the other thing that the Impossible Burger would do is to help alleviate the killing of animals. So you don't kill the animals, but you resort to killing humans. I'm not following you. Impossible Foods, which makes the Impossible Burger, has raised $250 million in venture capital funding from KHOSIA Ventures. What is that? Help me out. Somebody give me the pronunciation of that. Plants don't bleed. You're absolutely right about that. Plants do not bleed. But if they want to give you that blood dripping out of your mouth effect, and we know the only people that did that was the ones in the caves, when they bit into the damn animal and blood started dripping down their jaw. And then they carry that over, so now when they make your food, they put the ketchup on it, and when you bite into it, the ketchup runs down your jaw. It's just similar. They wanted to have that effect. So even now, fast forward with the people that's attacking veganism, they want you to have that same effect. They want some juices dripping down your face, dripping down your jaw, as though you're some wild animal that they done pounced on. All right? I'm still looking for the pronunciation of this word. Help me out, y'all. Can somebody please help out? Look, I got left back a couple of times. Help me out. KHOSIA. What is that word? I want to say Kosia. All right. Anyway, Bill Gates and others has captivated the food media landscape and vegans everywhere because it offered a burger eating experience, yet with no animals involved. So they want you to have the experience. They're not necessarily concerned. Kosia, thank you very much, Sharia. They're not concerned about your health. They just want you to have the experience of actually having a burger but not eating meat. But as the New York Times reported today, and as found in documents under a Freedom of Information Act request, information has been uncovered that raises very serious questions about the safety of the Impossible Burger. the Impossible Burger is made. How is the Impossible Burger made? No, you're right, Soleil. I don't see how people do it. I still don't see how people eat hot dogs and hamburgers and bacon and ham hocks and goddamn chitlins. Chitlins is the goddamn bowels of a pig. I still don't see how people lick cows behind and lick the underarm of a chicken or a rooster or ox ass and what's the other stuff? Come on, Shane, you from the islands. Sharia, help me out. I don't see it. If you watch the habit of a chicken, you could spit on the ground and the chicken will eat it. You understand what I'm saying? Oxtail. Okay, Sharia, I got it. All right. Bill Gates wants to kill a certain population of people. All right. But let's understand this, though. People in their transition, coming from eating meat and eating the way they do, moving towards a vegan lifestyle or veganism or a plant-based lifestyle. Everyone's going to go through that transition if you're trying to move to this optimum health that we want to reach. All right? So if it's population control, didn't we have this information before? So we had the information before and we had it before. What made you not change your lifestyle or your eating habits or your diet or your live it? So if they put this information out before and they said eating meat can cause this and cause cancer and cause this and carcinogens and activate cancer cells and all this other kind of stuff, then how come you didn't stop eating? And then I thought, to be honest with you, and I'm not trying to be funny, I thought when Nipsey Hussle got murdered, I thought a vast majority of people was going to move and shift over to a vegan lifestyle anyway, live healthier, live healthier as human beings. I thought that was going to be the dynamic and people were going to start lighting more sage and no, just nah, that was just, we got faked out. How did we get faked out? What happened? So you was on the Nipsey thing for a second. That was it? It was only on the Nipsey thing for a second. Okay. So after everybody bought sage and we couldn't find it no more, and everybody started chanting and all that other stuff because y'all was trying to figure out how Nipsey got to the level of consciousness that he was, then it faded out. That's it. This information has been out for a long time about foods. All right. Okay. So it says the key to making the Impossible Burger is making the burger look and taste like regular hamburger. Impossible Foods accomplishes this at a scale through genetic engineering. So they use genetic engineering to make the burger. Let's stop right there. I don't want no food that's genetically modified. That is simply called GMO. All right? You follow what I'm saying? So if they're using genetic engineering, they said Impossible Foods begins with the gene from a protein called, what did I say I was going to abbreviate this with? Like hemoglobin. A hemoprotein. A hemoprotein that is naturally found in the root in the planting, in the root of the soy plant. So they go to the root of the soy plant, and this is where they find this particular hemoglobin. They extract it out, and that's the thing that they use to make the Impossible Burger. That's the base of it. It then takes a strain of genetically engineered yeast and adds the soy, leg hemoglobin gene, splice it together, and proceeds to grow the yeast via the fermentation process. So they're growing the Impossible Burger in a laboratory, in other words. Yeah, wrap your brain around that. They're growing this food in a laboratory. Okay. Soleil, is there any way that I could get my little commercial taken down that I did? Because I wish I'd have known this. Yes, Styles L Bay. I can't say that. I've eaten an Impossible Burger and the Beyond Burger. Yeah. I can't say that. I'm a man standing in front of you that have actually, probably for the last 8 months, year, lab grown instead of land grown. Exactly. But we all growing, so now that we know, we can make an informed decision on what to do and what not to do. All right? I can't come on here, though, as the facilitator of this particular conversation, beating people over the head on what to eat and what not to eat. You have to make that decision. I can't make that decision for you. All right? Do your research, study, and depending on where you are in your life and your growth, you can determine, all right, what you're going to eat. Okay. The company isolates the leg hemoglobin, or the hema, from the yeast and adds the genetically engineered protein to the Impossible Burger. How Impossible Foods is misleading customers or consumers. First, the company says on its 10 things unknown about the Impossible Burger. We're going to dive into that in a minute. Hold on, 16. We're going to dive right into that. Hold on. Let me just say this. Impossible Foods then goes on to say that the hema that the company is using is produced through genetically modification, thereby making it a first of its kind protein. But then it goes on to say the hema in the Impossible Burger, is identical to the hema humans have been consuming for hundreds of thousands of years in meat and in other foods. The way in which Impossible Foods is loosely and interchangeably using the word hema is misleading consumers. The average person with no scientific background would reasonably read the FAQ section of this website and think that the genetically engineered hema in the Impossible Burger is identical to the hema that humans have been consuming for hundreds of thousands of years in meat and in other foods. This is categorically not true. Michael Henson, PhD and senior scientist at Consumers Union, a division of Consumers Reports, an email to the Impossible Foods asking, how could the hema in the Impossible Burger be identical to the hema humans have been consuming for hundreds of thousands of years in meat and other foods if you genetically engineer it? Good question. I need y'all to answer that question for yourselves. Not me. Ask it for and to yourself. How could the hema in the Impossible Burger be identical to the hema humans have been consuming for hundreds of thousands of years in meat and other foods if you genetically engineered it? They have yet to return an answer. If they just started genetically engineering this, how is it that we've been consuming this for hundreds of thousands of years? I'm confused. Help me out. This is not information for you to take tonight and beat vegans upside the head. All right. While Impossible Foods makes a claim on its website that the HEMA is in the Impossible Burger is identical, they've yet to return and come back with an answer. On May 29, 2015, Gary Lingling, senior counsel at Morgan, Lewis and Bakuis, sent a letter to Lauren Brookmeyer, consumer safety officer at the U.S. Food and Drug Administration regarding response to the FDA's question. Grass Notice 540. Soybean lehemoglobin, Impossible Foods, Inc. The entire document is to address the safety concerns the FDA had about soy lehemoglobin, the most critical ingredient in the Impossible Burger. Wait, we need to look this word up. lehemoglobin. What does this mean? What does this mean? Whoa, hold on. All right. We're talking about Beyond the Impossible Burger. All right. Do not come on any of the platforms shifting the conversation. All right. Okay. On page 1 of the document, the safety of soy lehemoglobin is being discussed. It says through the protein SLH is isolated from the root. All right. I'm sorry, 16. Should I have waited? I wanted people to answer that question though. The GLOBIN. And I want to know what this word is. NODULE. Now these are scientists. Spell it again. All right, Sharia. It is LEGHEMOGLOBIN. And the other word is NODULE. Mr. Jonas Griffin, what's good with you, bro? Abby Black 11. That's the word. Right. I need to know. Talk to me. Now, brothers and sisters, keep in mind, we're exchanging information. We're raising the vibrational pitch. All right? We don't debate on this platform. We don't argue on this platform. We don't even really call people out. But sometimes, I guess, some people need to be kind of talked to, not talked at, not talked about. You all right? You need some water? Yeah, you go downstairs and get some, man. Yeah, leave that ugly burger up there and just go get some water, bro. So now, listen, if you're just joining us, we're talking about Beyond the Impossible Burger. We're talking about, I guess, this new thing among people. Listen, Tassili said the other day that, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Soleil. She said that 80 to 90% of her customers are meat eaters. So we have someone that owns a a restaurant that's a vegan, but still has 80 to 90% of her customers, they still eat meat. So people are making their way over to eating healthy and eating right. All right? But we have to be able to service these individuals, all right, and give them the correct information. A hemoglobin-like red pigment in the root. No, you can't, Abby Black, you can't use the word to describe the word. The root of, yeah, I'm still lost. Help me out. That's from your Google search, but we got to go past Google. All right? Come on, let's begin to do the research and create the dialogue. All right? Impossible Foods recognizes that with a novel protein introduced to the diet, there is a risk of allergenicity. Allergenicity. You good, man? City. City. Allergenicity. These damn scientists, these words are too damn complicated as hell. While the Impossible Foods is making a general statement about the novel proteins, it is doing so because its proteins, SLH, is novel. If it is novel, that would mean that it is new and has never been in the human diet before. Good point. Good points. Let's see. Hold on. Don't go nowhere. So these are 10 things, 16 you said? Or you sent, pardon me. Oh, dang. I was on the right email account. Hold on. FDA says Impossible Foods arguments does not establish safety. All right. Now, this says Impossible Burger. 10 things to know about the Impossible Burger. Let's talk. One second, 16. I gotta correct somebody over here. Is that cool? Just hold on. If you're coming up on the platform,
good grammar and spelling are important. But if
you're on the platform and you're trying to change the conversation by calling P. Diddy gay or anybody else gay, chill with that, man. For real. I think now you can ban people forever. I mean, beyond ever. You can ban them and then if they reincarnate and come back, you can ban them too. So chill. All right. Now, what are they saying here? Let's listen up.
Invade Chicago.
How does the idea of sinking your teeth into a burger made from 100% plant material sound? If you've ever eaten veggie burgers in the past, then the thought alone of revisiting such a nightmare has to send shivers down your spine. But don't fear, there's a new plant-based burger on the market, and it's called the Impossible Burger. And it very well could change the way the iconic hamburger is eaten forever. So let's discover the top 10 untold truths of the Impossible Burger.
Your mission, should you choose to accept it.
The Impossible Burger contains absolutely no meat.
This is psycho beef.
Anyone who has ever eaten an Impossible Burger can't believe the fact that there's no meat whatsoever inside it. The shape and texture of the patty itself closely resemble meat. It contains things such as both wheat and potato protein for texture. The fat in the burger comes from soybean and coconut oil. Konjac and xanthan work as binding agents to keep all of the burger intact. No one can say that the Impossible Burger isn't processed food. It's highly processed, but of all natural ingredients.
Is that true? Help me out, y'all. Is it all natural ingredients?
Still, it is a processed piece of food that some people will shy away from because of that. Though most people who stop in their favorite fast food restaurants rarely care if their gut bomb of a meal has been made in a laboratory or has come...
And I think, I'm going to back that up and play it again, but I think that's the issue right there. The people that already eat at McDonald's, they're not concerned whether or not this Impossible Burger, if it's good, if people are still eating at McDonald's and Burger King and these other places, and the burger is good, they're going to keep eating. All right? So what's happening now is I think they're being deceived because now they're saying, oh, wow, this is vegan and it tastes like this. I might as well keep eating this. So now, Murder King and I think Kentucky Fried Chicken, I think Pizza Slut is on the way with a vegan, whatever, pizza. And these other people now, Burger King with the Impossible Whopper and all these other people now making this available. Hold on, let me back it up just a little. All right.
So most people who stop in their favorite fast food restaurants rarely care if their gut bomb of a meal has been made in a laboratory or has come straight from the farm.
And there's an old saying on the farm, if it doesn't scare the cows, who cares?
If it doesn't scare the cows, who cares? There was an old saying that I used to hear, if you're coming to the dinner table, if you're not at the table and you don't know what's being served and don't know who's in the kitchen, so if you're not at the table, if you're at the table and you're not considered, then you're probably on the menu. All right?
Chicken nugget you crave has been put through a process that probably makes the Impossible Burger look like farm-to-table dining. There is no way to make a meatless burger that isn't highly processed. Anything that comes from nature is not going to look anything close to meat. This shouldn't be too much of a concern for those who are eating a meal at a fast food restaurant. After all, almost everything on the sandwich is highly processed. Did you know the onions on a McDonald's cheeseburger are dried and reconstituted? So even the vegetables at these fine establishments are processed to the hilt. What about the so-called cheese on cheeseburgers? Let's not even talk about that.
Well, I can picture the cheese.
So you understand where they're going with this, right?
But,
It has as much protein as meat.
Say. What?
Meat eaters always wonder how vegetarians get enough protein. The common mistake many people make is thinking that meat is the only thing on planet Earth that contains protein.
Do we need to say that again? Meat is not the only place you can get protein. How many times I have to say that? Meat is not the only place you can get protein. Meat is not the only place that you can get protein. Okay.
Which is amazing because why aren't you dead from protein deficiency?
The fact of the matter is, there's plenty of sources of protein out in Mother Nature. Beans, nuts, and seeds are full of protein, as are other plant-based foods as well. If you're worried about your meatless burger lacking in protein, then don't. It has as much protein as the burgers that you've been enjoying that mooed before being put on a bun.
She said mooed, meaning cows. All right?
Am relieved.
The Impossible Burger is also chock full of iron.
How ironic.
How many times did you sit down to a meal of liver as a child because your mom said it was rich in iron?
Never.
It looks like something else is also a great source of iron, and it's these meatless burgers. It's all because of something called heme, and it's what gives the burger its meaty taste. That craving for meat you might feel is usually just a craving for the iron and protein found in meat, and that craving is fulfilled by the heme molecule. If you're low on iron, you may want to skip the liver and have yourself one of these Impossible Burgers. It'll definitely taste better.
It tastes so good. I think I'd like to try it a second time.
It oozes like real beef.
That's not true. That's
Improbable!
Anyone who has ever cooked a hamburger knows how it reacts to the heat. The same thing happens when an Impossible Burger is cooked. It too has fat that oozes out from it. You may be surprised to learn that there's even something that looks like blood that comes out of the burger too. Don't worry, it's not actual blood. What is the stuff that's seeping out of the burger while it's being cooked?
Let me guess. Klingon butt wine.
It's that
Wait, Klingon butt wine. So this thing called heme is, well, let me be quiet. Let's listen.
heme stuff again. The same
What is this heme stuff? Hold on, let me back it up just a little. What is this heme stuff?
is the stuff that's seeping out of the burger while it's being cooked?
Let me guess. Klingon butt wine.
It's that heme stuff again. The same stuff
Wait. I can't help but laugh. Klingon butt wine. That's a... Hold on for a second. Here we go. Come on.
out of the burger while it's being cooked?
Let me guess. Klingon butt wine.
It's that heme stuff again. The same stuff that's filled with iron is also what makes the burger look like it's bleeding. If you were wondering what the fat coming out is, it's coconut oil. They made sure to think of everything when it comes to making sure the burger fries up just like one made from meat. The importance of the ooze factor is more than just eye candy for the person cooking the burger. The way the fat dissipates from the burger itself is a vital factor in the overall eating experience. The makers of the Impossible Burger have done this to mimic how ground beef feels when you're eating it. A good burger is juicy, and the juices from the meat go throughout your mouth while chewing it.
Wow.
Some of that flavor comes from fat that's inside the meat itself. If the burger didn't have the fat, then it wouldn't be possible to come across as anything at all like real beef. While it may be healthier to have a fat-free burger, it wouldn't taste good, and selling it would be next to impossible.
Really? What? Huh?
This meatless burger requires much less water.
Animal farming is using an amount of water that could fill San Francisco.
So these are some of the reasons why they're staking the claim about why this is the route to go. But if you're a vegan or vegetarian and you've been vegan and vegetarian, and of course you know we deal with the whole body, and it's a lifestyle and not just what you eat. All right? Okay.
Francisco Bay every day.
We've all heard about the droughts in places like California and the impact they have on the farming industry as a whole. Did you know that it takes about 1,800 gallons of water to produce 1 pound of beef? That's an incredible amount of water for places that have had issues with a lack of rainfall. Each pound of Incredible Burger requires about 75% less water than beef. Climate change is going to wreak all kinds of havoc on the amounts of rainfall areas receive. It won't be uncommon for wet, lush areas to soon become dry as a bone. People need to eat regardless of the weather conditions, and alternatives that require less water are going to be required.
Nah, we came back to sue you all for completely ruining the planet.
Water isn't the only concern, as there are other environmental issues as well with the production of meat. Man's desire for meat has caused a series of problems that have been poorly addressed. It also requires much less land to produce a product such as the Impossible Burger compared to raising cattle. Those who care about the planet will want meatless alternatives to their favorite foods in hopes of lessening their environmental impact and carbon footprint. Doing something as small as eating less meat can have a significant effect on the environment if it's something we all do together.
If I can change, and you can change, everybody.
Okay. Okay, listen, so for some of the people that are leaving comments, y'all need to think 3 or 4 times before you put something on the screen. I'm not on here looking for a teacher. All right? I'm not looking for some guru to come on and whatever. I'm just saying. I'm facilitating a conversation. All right? We are talking about Beyond the Impossible Burger. So if you're having another conversation on the platform, pull back, just chill for a second. All right? Okay. So let's be mindful. I'm not looking for a teacher. All right? For some of y'all. If I ask a question, I'm trying to provoke. We have to begin a dialogue, all right?
Meatless alternatives may be safer.
Is it safe?
Is what safe?
It seems every year there is a restaurant in the news dealing with foodborne illnesses. There are a whole host of contamination issues when it comes to meat. Using meatless...
A whole host of issues when it comes to eating meat. Alright? Whether you cracking open the roaches of the sea, shrimp and crabs and lobster and all this other kind of stuff that dwell on the bottom of the sea. Alright? So there are a whole host of issues that come with eating meat. Alright?
Alternatives can be one way to avoid some foodborne illnesses. There will always be a risk of getting sick no matter if the burgers are meatless or not. Cleanliness is a massive concern of any kitchen, regardless if it's inside a restaurant or a home. But there are specific pathogens when it comes to meat, and also health concerns when it comes to the slaughter of animals. There are also no worries about hormones or antibiotics since the burger itself is made from vegetable matter. Consumers are beginning to shy away from meats that have been given medication in one form or another.
Ooh, I think there was something funny in that, hippie.
Antibiotic-resistant superbugs are one of the many reasons behind people wanting to switch away from meat where the animals were given antibiotics. Time will tell if it's safer to eat meat substitutes produced this way compared with actual meat. Anything from a living, breathing animal can bring with it a multitude of sicknesses. You've probably heard quite a bit about swine flu over the years. That doesn't mean that highly processed foods don't contain any risk. The entire process from start to finish can be a potential landmine of hazards when producing entirely fake food. There's the risk of foodborne illnesses from uncleanliness, and also the risk of debris and foreign objects getting into the product as well, but it's still less risky overall.
Besides, I ain't afraid of cancer. I had broccoli for lunch.
The Impossible Burger contains no cholesterol.
So let's keep in mind now who's behind this. We read this earlier, so we got to keep in mind who's pushing this Beyond and this Impossible Burger. All right, so let's listen up.
Don't you worry about cholesterol, lung cancer, love handles?
What's the one thing that everyone worries about when eating at a fast food restaurant? It's not whether or not they offer free refills on your favorite soda pop. Everyone is always concerned with the amount of artery-clogging cholesterol in the food.
Right. You're worried about cholesterol. So if your fingers are conditioned to eat French fries, all right, of course French fries have sugar in it. It turns to sugar in the process of it, when it goes down, stomach digests it, gets a hold of it. Yeah, so we have to be mindful. You have to have a well-balanced living. All right?
May be surprised to find out that the Impossible Burger has no cholesterol in it at all. No.
Does the black body need cholesterol? How much does the black body need cholesterol? All right?
No means zero. That's right, you won't have to worry about your ticker when it comes to eating this burger, though you should be a little wary for other reasons.
I'm talking, of course, about Man-Bear Pig.
You may be surprised to learn that the Impossible Burger is high in carbohydrates and fat. It has more saturated fat than beef and more sodium as well. The fat primarily comes from the coconut oil that's used to make the patty fatty like a regular burger. The sodium is increased for flavor and presentation. No one should consider the Impossible Burger super healthy food. Just because there's no meat in the patty doesn't mean that it's necessarily great for you. But is it a healthier alternative to a beef burger? Yes, thanks to it having no cholesterol, unlike red meat.
When it comes to the chicken of America, I prefer the white meat to the dark.
Bill
10 untold truths about the Impossible Burger. This information was sent to me by 16, the moderator of this platform. All right, we're talking about Beyond the Impossible Burger. People are trying to find a way to make a transition from eating meat to a plant-based diet. And of course, you're running into those that are bent on destroying both the vegans and the meat eaters. So we have to be mindful. It's not going to do you any good to sit around and talk about vegans, how skinny they are, how unhealthy they look, or how whatever. At the same time, you got a beer, some shrimp, a Diet Coke and some damn Twizzlers and a Reese's Pieces cup. Come on, stop that. Let's not be hypocritical about our approach. I just say you approach this in a different way. You approach it in a way that your life depends on it, because your life does depend on it. All right? Get knowledge about the foods that you eat. Elijah Muhammad said a long time ago, you are what you eat, and gave us how to eat to live. All right? But if you feel you beyond how to eat to live, then you can move on to the next level. Dr. Suzar. These foods are masquerading as poison, or poisons masquerading as foods. All right? If you're beyond that, then you can move on to the Layla Africas or the Scott Whitakers. If you're beyond that, then you could just kind of move on and just kind of do your own thing. The Dr. Sabis of the world. All right? But I don't care what level you're on or where you are. All right? Develop or live it, not a diet, for yourself. All right? We don't know everybody's health concern. We laying out some basic things. We're sparking and having conversation here. All right?
Bill Gates has invested in the company.
Okay, this is something you really like to eat.
Hamburgers.
Yes, that Bill Gates. He's the co-founder of Microsoft. That guy has a ton of money, and he just plopped down $75 million to invest in the company behind the Impossible Burger.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Red flag. Red flag. Red flag. Red flag. Hold on. Time out. Press the pause button. We got to go back.
Invested in the company.
Okay.
Oh, wait. I got to go back. A little bit more. We got to hear this again.
That it's necessarily great for you. But is it a healthier alternative to a beef burger? Yes.
Hold on. So if you read that you have to eat according to your blood type, all right? That's just one person's way of trying to wrap their brain around and their mind around what living or diet that we should have. Any two people's diet may not be the same. Now, if you're over here on IG, we're about to get logged off because I only got 20 seconds remaining. All right, if you want to come over to YouTube, come to www.youtube.com/C/Sirius Mindz. I'll see y'all over here. All right? Woo.
Yes, thanks to it having no cholesterol, unlike red meat.
When it comes to the chicken of America, I prefer the white meat to the dark.
Bill Gates has invested in the company.
Okay, this is something you really like to eat.
Hamburgers.
Yes, that Bill Gates. He's the co-founder of Microsoft. That guy has a ton of money, and he just plopped down $75 million to invest in the company behind the Impossible Burger. It should be noted that it is believed that they've raised $300 million so far with a series of rounds of investing. There isn't much known about the other people who have invested in the company as of yet. A level of secrecy has surrounded the company since its very conception.
Bill, Peter's an antitrust lawyer with the Justice Department.
There is a multitude of reasons behind it, and it's probably due to the enormous amount of technology behind making a product such as this. In some ways, Bill Gates is a perfect match, considering that he has always been on the cutting edge of technology. Bill Gates in recent years has turned his attention to solving many of the world's biggest problems. He's tackled the environment and issues with clean water and the foundation ran by him and his wife. It's not too surprising that he would want to take a giant leap in an eco-friendly endeavor that could feed people nutritious meat alternatives while also being easier on the environment than raising animals. The legacy he wants to leave is apparent, and by investing in companies such as this one, he's helping move the world in the direction where positive change is possible.
So here's the question. What will you do with it?
Snag an Impossible Burger at White Castle.
Now you see, so now, this saying, it says snag an Impossible Burger at White Castle. Now, go get the Impossible Whopper. Alright? Yeah, nah. Not gonna happen. That eating for blood type has been debunked many times. When researching, you always have to go to the source of the funding for the research to know if it's legit or not. Okay. So eating for the blood type, you're saying that's something that people should not be doing.
All right, everybody, strap in. We're going to White Castle.
Has all this talk about the Impossible Burger made you want one? If so, then you should head to your local White Castle. You already love their little sliders that you can eat a whole sack full of. Let's just be honest and say those sandwiches are some of the tastiest treats in the...
No, they're not. Them little square burgers at White Castles, man, nah. Not at all. So you said it's been debunked many times. Okay.
World of fast food. You only feel guilty about eating them when you're looking at the bottom of the bag. That's when you realize that all those little sandwiches add up. They are a great snack if you can somehow order anything less than a whole bag of them. What if you can enjoy the White Castle sliders you know and love without the meat? You can do just that by ordering one of the meatless varieties. The real fun is...
Wait. You said Wu-Tang is promoting what? Wu-Tang Clan is promoting what burger, Carrie A? Help me out. Oh, I see it on the screen right now. Wow. Okay. So what happens now when we hear Wu-Tang is promoting the burger? Do you think less of Wu-Tang? Or how many people from Wu-Tang we know were vegans? I'm not sure. I don't... So what, like Carrie A? So give me the side that I'm missing here. All right. I'm not sure how many people I know in Wu-Tang, and I kind of know all of them that were vegans or yeah.
Ordering a regular slider and an Impossible Burger slider. Try both of them and see which one you think is best. Could you end up liking the meatless version more than your old-time favorite? There's only one way to find out, and that's to order one.
Answer received, enlightenment achieved.
You should be aware...
All right, Fly Mother Trucker. Ghosts don't rock with the pork. Bro, you late. If you still eating pork, then you got more issues than Jesus. All right? Yeah. So, stop. So we're not talking about just mere pork now. All right? If Carrie A said Wu-Tang is promoting this particular burger, I'm just asking a question, then, you know, why are we even bringing up Wu-Tang? All right? So there was a lot of people that didn't have this knowledge that promoted it. All right? People promote it because they just don't know. They just haven't done the research, even the amount of research and conversation that we're having now. So if you knew better, you would do better. So we're not shaming Wu-Tang. We're not shaming anybody. We're not here to talk about people. We had to have the conversation to figure out whether or not if we should be eating the Impossible Burger or Beyond Burger or whatever. All right?
Aware that the sandwiches are about twice the size of the typical slider found at White Castle. That means you have two...
Well, first of all, let's establish something. If you're still eating meat, you probably not eating meat at all. It's probably something else. So let's get that straight. All right?
Times the enjoyment if you like the sandwich. White Castle is the first of many fast food restaurants that will end up having the Impossible Burger on their menu. That in itself will be good news if you find out that you like the meatless burger. It's also good news if you're a recently converted vegetarian who has a craving for meat. Go ahead and give one of these...
The question I want to ask you right now is, do you keep eating meat or do you go to the Impossible Burger as a transition into a plant-based diet? That's the question I want to ask. Can somebody answer this question for me? What is the transitional foods? What are the transitional foods? Help me out. So you're gonna go back to eating fish and navy beans? Oh well, see, but to each his own though. All right.
Sliders a try. They may satisfy your desires for flesh. If they do, then you'll be extra glad when other fast food joints follow course and offer their own burgers made without the meat.
You know what's so good about it? It's how unremarkable it is.
There's more than just burgers coming down the pike.
In fact, the cow is not even trying anymore.
Don't be surprised when you start to see the Impossible Burger and products that aren't burgers. That doesn't make sense, does it? Well, it does if you think about what the Impossible Burger is. It's a replacement for ground beef. There are all kinds of fast food items.
Okay, so now they're going to stretch it right across the board, and every meal that you would consume as a meat eater now, they're going to just replace that with the Impossible Burger meat, so to speak. Okay.
That contain ground beef. Did a certain fast food chain that rings your bell with spicy goodness come to mind? If so, then you get the drift. Other restaurants that don't serve burgers are testing out this meat alternative. Tacos, chili, and salads are just a few of the things you should expect to see this meat substitute in.
Come home.
I mean, they're catching you where you are because they've studied the people. They understand and know where people are, and they see that people are moving away from meat. All right, people are having more compassion about animals and about the earth, and people are starting to care. And now that they see people are moving away from meat, they had to come and hit you with this. But then again, we're not here to tell you what and what not to eat. We're here to just to have the conversation, to bring the information so that we can dialogue about it. All right?
Oh, the simple Rick.
Any food items that contain ground beef could technically be replaced with Impossible Burger. Who knows? You may even see it someday soon crumbled up on top of a pizza. The sky's the limit when it comes to what can be done with...
Phaedra, you said Impossible Barbecue Chicken McNuggets. What in the hell? Somebody said Morningstar, Boca, all of those processed. Laugh out loud. Jackfruit, if you can find it. Beans and nuts. All right, Jessica, I got you.
Something as versatile as a replacement for ground beef. The fast food industry as a whole is always looking for something new to entice people to come into their restaurants. If they feel the Impossible Burger will do that, then it will be on their menus. You won't find the Impossible Burger at any grocery stores. You can look, but you're not going to find it anywhere. However, it's said that the Impossible Burger may be sold in the not-so-distant future in supermarkets. As of now, the Impossible Burger can only be found at restaurants. Some of the reasoning behind that may be supply chain issues. The company behind this marvelous creation is still relatively new, and they no doubt have problems with being able to roll out their product on a massive scale. If the Impossible Burger is a hit at your local burger hotspot, then it's likely it'll be on a grocery store shelf near you sometime soon.
This message will self-destruct in 5 seconds.
Wow, okay. We went to one restaurant and they basically was like, yeah, we ran out. Burger King bought them all. For real? Y'all ran out of them? Wow. Definitely something up, and we moving is Barry again, man. You see what happened? Yeah. We're definitely moving beyond the Impossible Burger is the conversation tonight. All right? It's been a very good conversation, but I got 4 more minutes. My time is almost up. All right? Make sure y'all check out Professor Griff, Red Pill and Blue Pill in Houston, Texas, this Sunday at 4 o'clock at the Shape Center. Alright? Go to my Facebook page and get the information. The flyer is up. Go to my Instagram. Flyer is up. Check this out. But it's at the Shape Center, 4 o'clock this Sunday, June 9th, 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Professor Griff, Red Pill, Blue Pill, Fear of a Black Planet 2. Alright? And of course, Mic Check 1212 this Wednesday is launching this Wednesday. Mic Check 1212. Go to www.miccheck1212.com artistdevelopment.com. It's an artist development music review. Alright? Artist development music review. Alright. And of course, wait. Gotta go to Nicholas Brooklyn. Check out Soleil at Nicholas Brooklyn in New York, Saturday, July 20th, 6 p.m. Nourishing the Goddess, Nicholas Brooklyn. Alright, so look out for all of the flyers, all of the information. Soleil at Nicholas Brooklyn. Alright, and then Wednesday, on the 19th of June, I will be in Tampa, Florida. Alright, Tampa. So if you're down in Lakeland, Tampa, in that area, alright, I'll be in Tampa, Florida. And of course, I'm going to be in the Baltimore area, the DMV area, the 14th and 15th of June, helping Lander Kush. I'm speaking with those good people out in the park, I believe. And we're going to be talking to a whole bunch of young little ones. So we're going to make it happen. Alright. Soleil at Nicholas Brooklyn, July 20th. Professor Griff in Tampa, June 19th. Then June 14th and 15th, I'll be in the DMV area. Alright? This is Professor Griff, and of course, mic check 1 2 1 2. This Wednesday night, y'all. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Need y'all to stay tuned for the video that's coming up after this. Now remember, my good brother Anthony Browder said, your philosophy determines your thought pattern. Your thought pattern determines your attitude. Your attitude determines your behavior pattern, and your behavior pattern determines your actions. This is Professor Griff for Sirius Mindz, for Sirius Mindz. Seriously. Peace. Y'all take care. Shout out to 16 for doing a marvelous job. Shout out to St. Shane for making this happen. Alright, on the engineering tip. Alright? Really appreciate you, 16. Really appreciate the Sirius Mindz family. Peace.
There's a whole lot of pretty faces all around the world, but that's only the physical. You'll never truly know if someone's beautiful until you look under the veil.
Under the veil is tales, lies, and secrets. Into the heart impales, dies you're seeking. But what you thinking is veil, blind and bleak when it's your mind and your soul that needs to be deep in. See beauty skin deep. You're a shallow pond, and there's an ocean of wisdom you need to paddle on. Take a dive in, many jewels there. Your only interest is surface shit and fool's fare. You're a goddess. Take your rightful place. Tear the veil and stare a picture right in the face. Divine feminine can't be suppressed. Shakti is the energy that we manifest. Queen rule here, we the Devi tribe. Take a hit of this tantra and feel the Kali vibe. Peel away the cloak, scrape away the scales, and see the truth of what lies behind all the fallen veils. Trying to be, cause the yachtman is blanketed like a canopy. Antithetical, saying that you real when your identity lies in all that you don't reveal. Third eye blind, eyes to contact, so you can open the lotus up like a compact. Become an offering, something more to give than the physical body that can't forever live. Rooted in passion, before the right cause. Spiritual wisdom and knowledge that make you have pause. Then let it transmute, metamorphosize. See the truth of awakening right before your eyes. If it's perception, the real magic. For you to miss all this glory, it would be tragic. So get to tearing the veil as if it was fabric, and find yourself on the path, walking the labyrinth.
So
It's the energy that we manifest. Queens rule here. We the Debbie tribe. Take a hit at this tantra and feel the Kali vibe. Peel away the cloak, scrape away the scales. To see the truth of what lies behind all the fallen veil. Peel away the cloak, scrape away the scales. To see the truth of what lies behind all the fallen veil.
Bodies in a mosh pit. The rebel caught in the crosshairs. I move in silence, black fists in the air. The game plan is simple. Beat go on a metal, shade on the mental. Now here's a gift from the rebel. Bootsy's bass, Hendrix on the treble. The X-Minister is back. Classic tactics, factual magic. The mind border without a visa. Classic rebel, trailers and teasers. The revolution's the theme. I'm back in black with the mind of Dessalines. Get the green, black, and red in. Heavy mental to get your head in. Get the green, black, and red in. Ghetto metal right down to the dead end. Subject from a vector sets. The rebel sets the set behind enemy minds, yo. Subject from a vector sets. The rebel sets the set behind enemy minds, yo. Now here's the proof, spitting facts on a corner of Broad and the Deuce. Overdose on this conscious shit, hypnotic, soul is toxic, 10%. 1% got me vexed. Actual facts, Sirius Mindz, on deck. There's level to the script, from the radical, factual, mentally fit. The sacrifice meant life or death. When the they lost spirit, till I take my last breath. The mau in the blood veins, align my chakras to ease the pain. Beats and bars, no verbal confusion. Bruises and scars, no lyrical excuses. Monk and Miles, time to realign behind enemy minds. Get the green, black, and red in. Heavy mental to get your head in. Get the green, black, and red in. Ghetto metal right down to the dead end. Subject from a vector sets. The rebel sets the set behind enemy minds, yo. From a vector sets, the rebel sets the set behind enemy minds, yo.
Peace, King.
Peace.
Some
Peace.
tea.
All right, hold up. Let me move this book out the way so we can make some space. All right, what kind of tea is this?
To help you write his song tea.
Whoa, what kind of tea is it? Why is it pink?
Because it's the Gucci tea.
That don't even sound like that can go good going down. How's that gonna help me think?
It's the brain go-to cola tea.
All right.
Subject from a vector